For nearly 100 years, one film industry ruled a nation of over 1 billion people. Its stars were treated like gods. Its songs played at every wedding, every festival, every street corner. When a big film released, the whole country seemed to stop and watch. That industry was Bollywood. But lately, something strange has been happening. Huge films, packed with famous stars, are arriving with massive hype. And then they are crashing at the box office. Theaters that were once impossible to get into now sit half empty. So the question everyone is asking is simple. What is actually happening to Bollywood? To understand it, you have to look at how Bollywood used to win. For decades, the formula was almost magic. Take a huge star, add some songs, a love story, and a happy ending. Put a famous face on the poster, and success was nearly guaranteed. People would line up for weeks, no matter what the film was about. But that spell has finally broken. And there are several reasons why. The first is that the formula grew stale. Audiences watch the same story told 100 different ways. The same love triangles, the same predictable endings. Remake after remake, sequel after sequel. And slowly, people started to feel like they had seen it all before. The second reason is the fading power of the famous name. For years, a big star alone could sell a film. The story barely even mattered. But that is no longer true. Today, audiences want a great story first and a famous face second. A big name can no longer rescue a weak script. The third reason changed everything almost overnight. The rise of streaming. Suddenly, the whole world of film was available at home. Why pay for an expensive ticket and travel to a theater when you can watch something brilliant from your own couch? And streaming did something even bigger than that. It opened the door to films from all around the world. People began watching cinema from Korea, Europe, and beyond. And their taste quietly transformed. Once you have seen the best, you can feel it when something is lazy. Audiences became sharper and much harder to impress. Then came the fourth and most dramatic shift. The explosive rise of South Indian cinema. While the old formula was getting tired, these films went bigger. Grand, emotional, larger-than-life spectacles. Stories rooted deeply in culture, myth, and raw feeling. They gave audiences a reason to leave the house again. And soon, films from the South were outperforming the giants of Bollywood. All across the country, and even around the world. There is also the simple problem of price. Going to the cinema has become genuinely expensive. So a film now has to feel truly worth leaving home for. If it does not, people simply wait and watch it later. And here is where it gets even more interesting. The mid-sized film is quietly disappearing. Today, only two kinds of movies tend to survive. The enormous spectacle that feels like an event, and the small, original film that surprises everyone. Everything in the middle is being squeezed out. But here is the twist in the whole story. Every so often, a tiny film with no famous stars appears. It has a fresh story and honest emotion and nothing else. And it quietly becomes one of the biggest hits of the year. Which reveals the real truth behind all of this. Audiences never stopped loving movies. They simply stopped accepting lazy ones. The bar has been raised, and it is not going back down. So Bollywood is not dying, as many people claim. It is being forced to evolve, whether it wants to or not. Because the power has shifted away from the studios and the stars. And for the first time in a long time, it belongs to the audience.